Well, basically, I'm an international student. I'm a single mom. I just graduated with my master's in data science and analytics. Actually, this is my second master's. I lived in Grand Rapids for around 12 years, but after getting divorced, I had to go back to India. I applied for a lot of universities, even in Europe, and I got in University of Stirling with scholarship, but my boys wanted to come back to their homeland, so I decided I applied only to Grand Rapids. I didn't apply anywhere in the States. And I chose Grand Valley and decided to come here with them. I came here with 2 kids, 4 bags, single parent, no child support, and I was able to succeed because of the help of the community. And I felt so blessed. And that was also one of the reasons why I decided to come back here, because I knew the support system would help me succeed. Otherwise, it's hard to do everything with 2 kids and a single mom. My first reaction was disbelief, and then I felt truly honored because I just do what I do because of what I have been through and the challenges I've seen international students face, and I just want to be a voice for them because a lot of them do not know how to navigate the systems over here, and because I've been here for so long, I feel like I can make a difference. So I thought this was a great platform for me to do it. This has been my home for 12 years, and growing up, we moved around a lot, and there been a time that I stayed in one place for this long, and I wanted to set down roots here for my boys, and I love it here because it's very family friendly. Everybody tries to help you, even if they don't know you. They just look at they look at the goodness of the humanity, and I feel like that is what I want to preserve, is that no matter who you are, we would be there to support each other. And, humans as species, we are meant to be social animals. Together, we can do a lot of good things. And I feel like that is somewhere being lost, especially when you go to different bigger cities where everybody works in silos and people are so isolated. But here, even though Grand Rapids is not a small city, it is a big city, but everybody works together in a community, and that is what I love, and I want us to grow. And for that, I feel like international students or immigrants will be a big part of it, because we bring diversity, we bring different perspectives, we bring different cultures over here, different foods, and also a lot of talent. And I envision West Michigan to be the next tech hub, and I think this is the way to do it. Despite of being here for so long, when I came back on an international student visa, I could see a huge difference. You're limited to a lot of things, what you can do and cannot do. You have to navigate so much. Since this was my home already, it was easier for me to navigate all the systems. I was already a part of the community. But I've seen a lot of my cohort struggling a lot. From the moment they land, they have to figure out the nuances in the culture. What you see on the TV is totally different from real life. You have to figure out how to make friends. And my program being a graduate program only for 2 years, a lot of the students struggle just to, keep their head above the water with all the studies, and then trying to figure out how to manage day-to-day life. And then they understand that they also have to go out and network in the community in order to get an internship, because most of the programs require an internship to graduate. So a lot of them right now are struggling They don't have an internship. That is the only thing pending that is preventing them from graduating. And the battle doesn't end there, because once you graduate, you have 90 days to get a job. And if you do not get that job, you have to pack up your bags and leave. In fact, I'm in the same boat. And it is hard because every day you have to forget about that countdown, that's ticking in your head, that you have so many days left, otherwise you're basically in a big trouble. And you have to put on your game face, go out there, network, give your interviews with the best self, and that is not easy. And I feel like a lot of the people do not understand the stress that these students face. And we have a lot of small and medium-sized companies over here who do not know how easy it is to hire an international student, because the visa is taken care of by the universities. And these students are, most of them, especially in the graduate program, they're not freshers. They have experience. So they bring a ton of experience and talent, and they have very strong work ethic. Besides, because you are taking a chance on them, I feel like they have that feeling of gratitude, and they are so happy just to be a part of this community that they do bring their 110% in the work. So currently, we actually had our first event, Demystifying visa hiring process. It was basically a guide for employers of how easy it is to hire international students. And it actually was a seed that grew from like 2023. We had Confluence of Thought, and I attended that event, and I asked a question in that event about how we can make it easy so that companies know that you don't have to go through a lengthy process of hiring an international student. It's very straightforward. And that's where I met John Rummery from West Michigan Tech Talent. I met Stella from Corwell. I met a bunch of people. We came together and we had this event, and we got great positive feedback. I met a lot of HR people after the event who said that they did not know how easy it was, and they have started having that conversation in the workplace. And that was very, very hopeful and a positive response, and I felt like this was the step in the right direction. And building on that, we're having a second event now on July 23rd. It would be how small and medium-sized companies who already have international talent in their company, and how they navigated the visa hiring process and everything, so that companies who are interested can basically network with them and get the tips and advice of how easy it is to do it. And my vision is that one day we'll be able to make it easy for international students to have the same opportunities as domestic students do, and integrate them better in the society. I have the countdown ticking too for me. So I just have until August to find a job for myself, which I'm doing right now. And it is hard, but I have faith that I'll get something. The reason I went into data science was the pandemic hit, and everybody was, on the front lines and trying to do whatever they could. And my dad got COVID, and he was in India, and it was very hard at that time in India. You couldn't get a spot in the hospital. And somehow we managed to get him into a hospital, and he recovered, but it was touch and go. And at that point, I felt I wanted to do something in my life where I can make a difference. And with all my art skills and my statistics and coding skills, I decided data science would be perfect for me, especially with all the data out there. I feel data scientists are storytellers of the future. And with data, if you analyze it well and you present it in a way that people can understand, numbers can make a huge difference. But it is not by making it sound like numbers. You have to tell a story. And that is where I feel I can make a difference. I do work with Citizens Climate Lobby, Holland chapter, and we did a presentation for them where me and my team analyzed a bunch of data and helped them to create awareness regarding community solar panels. The bill is going to be on the floor this summer, I hope. And that is just I think, just the tip of the iceberg. I feel like we have a lot more to give, and I especially want to do something in the healthcare because that's where my passion lies. I want to say that West Michigan is a very warm community, and people have a lot of love and hope for everybody. And it may seem daunting at first because it is very easy to feel dejected when you get no from everywhere. But I just want them to know that this is just because they do not know how easy it is. And it is, I can understand from their perspective too, because when you think of immigration and you think of all that, it's a hassle to go through all of that. But if you are in a position to educate them, then do that, because that is the way that we can open the doors for everybody. But I just want them to know that do not lose hope. I see something bright and good in the horizon for us, especially with all these initiatives that we are taking. It may not be quick because I don't feel any change is quick. It is always a slow-moving process, but as long as we're moving in the right direction, I think there's always hope.